Hello, everyone. My name is Kaylin Mills. I am sure everyone has experienced what I experienced when it comes to physical appearance. Even today, I'm wanting to change something about yourself, if it's your hair, makeup looks, or just wanting to wish you could be more like someone else. Whether it's wanting to fit into a large crowd or change your personality, everyone has felt that pressure at some point in their life. I was in sixth or about seventh grade when I realized I did not have the most popular friends, and very few at the time. I was very shy when I was younger. There was one girl in my class I always wanted to be like her. She had perfect hair, perfect teeth, and when I was about her age, I think I just started having braces, so we all went through that too. Brand new clothes and confidence I inspired to have. We all have things we wish we could change and people we want to be friends with that are not always the right friends for us. Now I will share 2 points. First, a short explanation of The Raven and the Swan, published in 1867 and accessed on September 1st, 2025, that perfectly reflects this struggle. I also will share my personal story about how it reflected on my personal experience. The Raven and the Swan. According to the fable, a raven became very jealous of the swan because it had white, beautiful feathers and a peaceful life in the water. So then the raven tries to, So the raven tries hard to live a life like the swan and washing him away often to get those beautiful feathers that at the end he'll find out that he can't have. No matter how much the raven bathes himself, he stays the same color. The end of the fable, the raven ends up starving himself because he's not living true to himself. It teaches everyone not to change yourself because you want to be like someone else. Because at the end of the day, you are only going to be yourself. Now that we've seen that the fable teaches us about your true self, let's move into my personal story that connects directly to this lesson. When I entered middle school, I was the type to have not a lot of friends, so it made it very awkward and made me feel alone. I was not the flashiest middle schooler. I did not have the designer book bags, freshly curled hair, or lived in a very expensive neighborhood. So then it came to me changing my attitude at home and my appearance to feel like I was one of them because I was in middle school that a lot of people, that's all they cared about and wanted to be your friends for those points. And that's one of the reasons I decided to do teaching and substituting for little kids to show them that that's not all that matters. Then one day I had a conversation with my wonderful mom that changed my experience completely. She told me you'll find real friends that don't care how you dress, where you live, or your natural beauty. Those words stayed with me all the way through college, and I've never been blessed with the friends that have been put into my life that did not care about anything but the way I was. I wish I could tell my younger self, you're going to find people who appreciate you for who you are. If I did not have my mom that noticed I was changing and I was struggling and what I went through, I would never be who I am today. My story wasn't as traumatic as The Raven and the Swan, but it taught me to pretending to be someone only leads you far from your real self. From the Raven's tragedy to my own personal issues in middle school, I have learned that who you are is so much more important than being someone you are not just to fit in. You cannot change who you are and be happy, and you should not have to. The right people will like exactly who you are. Thank you. Are there any questions?